Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a gondola car for your Lego city. So let's get started. So for those of you that don't know what a gondola car is, it's basically just a type of rolling stock that you would put on a train to go around your layout. And I made two of these actually, and I ended up taking one of them apart because I'm going to use these panels here for the bridge by the farm back there. But I still have this one together, so I'm going to show you guys how it's made. But I'm just going to give you a quick overview of it first, and it's pretty simple. I chose dark red because it was something different. You know, I have these boxes, or like shipping containers here in white and tan and a couple other colors, and this was gray and the train's blue. So I figured I would have something just kind of different, and the dark red felt right to me. The regular red felt too bright. This is regular red here, and so that felt too bright and just not what I was going for really. And so I chose dark red, and I added a handbrake on the front, and it has two sets of wheels on each end, and there's a little bit of detail underneath, which is not really necessary, but I think it looks better than just having nothing under there. And so let me take out all of the quarter round tiles that are in here, and I'll show you guys how it's made. Okay, so now that I've taken the quarter round tiles out of it, I can kind of show you guys a clear picture of how I designed this. And so basically at its core, it is just black plate, and then you put the panels on top of it, and then you add 1x1 bricks in between the panels, and then you add 1x1 bricks on each end, and then on the front you add another panel, and then it's just the same thing on the other side. And you don't need a handbrake on both sides. I mean, you could add it if you wanted to, but I chose to add it on the front. And so, yeah, this doesn't take a whole lot of pieces, actually. There's only 10 of these, or no, sorry, 12 of these 1x4x2 panels. And there's a handful of 1x1 bricks. There's 4 1x6 tiles, 2 1x8 tiles, and then 4 of these corner tiles here, and then 2 of the 1x2 tiles on each end. Okay, so now that this kind of top layer has been taken off, I can show you guys the base of it, and then we can start going underneath of that as well. And so basically, the base is very simple. It is just 2 4x6 plates, one on each end, and then a 6x16 plate in the middle. You don't have to use these exact plates, but I chose these because that's what I had, and that's what worked. And I connect these together by using the turntable underneath each of the plates here, and they kind of sit on it like that, and that's pretty much it. And then the panels on top also help connect the plates together as well. As for the bogies, these were probably the most difficult thing to work on here, even though they look pretty simple, simply because of trying to figure out how to get them to rotate properly with the really tight turn radius that official Lego track has. And so pretty much, I'm going to take this apart in a second, but it's really just a layer of tiles and the turntable on top, and then the couple plates of filler between the axles here, and then a plate underneath to kind of hold it all together, and a buffer on each end. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to take this all apart and kind of lay it out for you guys so you can get an accurate view of what this actually looks like, and then I can give you guys a estimate of a part count. So if you guys wanted to build this yourself, you absolutely could. Okay, so this is pretty much all of the pieces in it. It's just a 2x6 plate on the bottom, 2 sets of axles here, both the covers as well as the plastic wheel inserts, and then a 2x6 plate and a 2x4 plate, which goes right in here, and then the buffer sits on top of that, and then you put the tiles and the turntable on top of that. Now, I could have used the more typical connecting piece. I'll put a picture on the screen for you. They come in black, they come in yellow, and they come in all different types of colors. But the reason I went with turntables instead of those is because I didn't have any Technic plates to put that Technic axle through, or Technic pin through. And so this was the best thing. This was the best option that I had, really. And so I just went with this because I already had the turntables and I had the tiles, and so I just saved myself a bunch of money instead of having to buy those. But you basically just need everything that I mentioned, or like everything that's on screen right now, you need 2 sets of that because that's just for one axle, and then you also need to make the other one. And then there's just a handful of details underneath this plate here, which is, I'll take it off in a second and can show you guys. Okay, so I took the whole assembly off, and basically there's just a couple of jumpers, 1x3 jumpers on the top, and then some inverted slopes underneath, and then a couple of clips on top of this bar that sticks out the side. I don't know exactly what these details would be for on like a real version of this, but I just kind of threw it on there because just having the car like this looked kind of boring and it didn't really look all that great. So I figured I would add in these details and just give it a little bit of extra detail. I know, especially from a distance, you don't really see it all that often, but just knowing that having this kind of detail is there makes me feel better about it, and I think it looks better overall. So let me put this back together and kind of show you guys how it looks when connected to the train. And also, the reason that I went with these inverted slopes and jumper plates in here was because it is kind of hard to see because everything is black, but there is an offset here by a half a stud to allow for these bogies to turn fully so that the train could go around the official Lego track, because the curve radius on these is very short. I'm gonna show you guys right here. It's a very tight turn radius here, and so it's not exactly easy to design something with that in mind, but it wasn't too hard once I got the hang of it and I figured out what I was doing. But yeah, so let me finish putting this back together and I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay, so it's all assembled now, and I'm putting the rest of the train here. This is only part of it. This cargo train set came with a couple other pieces of rolling stock there, but I just left it on a separate line, and so I'm just kind of showing you guys this today, but one day I would, have it all coupled up together and have it go around the layout. But yeah, so I could have made this 8 studs wide to be more in scale with the Orient Express or any custom trains that I would maybe make in the future, but I decided to go with 6 studs wide here because the cargo train itself is 6 studs wide, and also that rolling stock is 6 studs wide, and so is this. And so it just made more sense to do it like this, and plus the math worked out a little bit better with having the 4 wide panel and then the 1x1 bricks on each side, instead of having to make it 8 studs wide and worry about how the panels and the bricks are going to line up. So this just made more sense to me, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the only other detail, which I actually added on later on because I forgot to add it originally in the initial design, was this dark red snot brick here with the brake on the front, which is just this, I don't know what the exact name of this piece is, but it is just a wheel that I put on the front, and that's pretty much it. And so thank you guys for watching. If you liked what I did, make sure to like the video and subscribe, as well as click the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. If you guys have any feedback for me on this, and also if you want to see a video about how I made this custom flat car here, make sure to drop a comment down below. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.